Alrighty, so I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
And Justin.
And this time we're going over games that we've never finished, and we kind of regret it. So Justin, why don't you start off, because you've probably got a list.
I have the most, probably, out of everyone. Okay, I'll start with Beyond Good and Evil. I kind of started this game and then probably got distracted by other things, but I also kind of stopped playing because I was playing with keyboard controls too on the PC version.
Yeah.
I mean, I can handle keyboard controls for the most part, but to me, I feel like I should use the controller to play through this game. But I don't hate this game at all. I really do wish I could go through the whole game and see what it's about, basically.
I've never actually started it. I bought it on like PS3, and I've yet to start it.
At least you could use a controller at that.
Dave, what's yours?
Well, I've started a whole bunch of games, but never gotten the chance to sort of finish many of them. When you first sort of mentioned this one particular one, it's kind of understandable that I never completed it because of the stuff that happened with it. But the one particular title that first jumped to my mind was Asura's Wrath, where you essentially couldn't finish the game because of the paid DLC that you needed to get the actual ending for it.
Oh god.
So, but it's been quite some time since I've actually gotten back into that game, and with how much I've enjoyed the game when I played through the couple chapters I could play through, I'm surprised I'm not like, oh, I really need to finish this, where a whole bunch of other games have kind of distracted me.
Okay, so my first one, I have been a big fan of the PlayStation brand since PlayStation 3. And I got Uncharted originally in 2007. Because there was a deal at Walmart, at least here in Canada, where if you could either buy the controller and it was $60, or you could buy this bundle pack with like a game in it for $80. And I got Uncharted that way. And I put Uncharted in, and I played the tutorial level. And then I was like, oh fuck it, it's a shooter, see ya, who cares? I still have not finished Uncharted.
And now you just sort of have regrets of, we're on 4-ish now with the additional one off the series, and you're kind of like, it would be nice to sort of play
In all fairness, I have been playing it recently and about 60% through.
Yes. I still have yet to try 4. I played through the first 3.
Well, don't worry, I'm still kind of in the same boat as you, where I started playing through 1, but yeah, I still need to finish that and get on 2 and 3.
Oh, fuck, that game's platforming controls, though.
Yeah, I can understand that.
They're hot garbage.
It's not really meant as a platformer.
But then they shouldn't have platforming sections in it.
Well, they need to give that Indiana Jones sort of feel for people.
It's not really platformer per se, though.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, where you have to walk along these, like, little beams and the controls fuck you every time.
If you're not careful.
Or the stage just falls apart below you, because it always does. It's Uncharted.
Yeah.
Anyway, Justin, you have another one?
What about... Did David list one already?
Yeah.
Oh.
He had Asura's Wrath.
Oh, yeah, right. Sure. Next one on my list would probably be... Since I'm going kind of alphabetical order for my Steam list, because that's all I have right now. Probably Bioshock. I got through, like, maybe half the game? I'm not even sure. Like, I even started Bioshock Infinite at some point and got through part of the game. I had never finished a single Bioshock still. And it's a first-person shooter. It has an interesting aesthetic, whether you can basically save or spare or kill these little girls in order to get power or something.
No.
Yeah. So I own the first 2 Bioshocks and I haven't started them. That's probably going to be a theme through a lot of this.
Oh yes, I think that is the entire point of this.
So, I'm mildly cheating, but I kind of have a whole bunch of particular RPGs that I haven't finished to complete percentage.
Have you finished all the Final Fantasies?
Yeah, no, I still need to work on that. But the couple that I'm going to speak of are some within the Tales series.
Oh,
Firstly, which is Vesperia, which is on the Xbox 360, and just kind of fell to the wayside. But still, all the particular stuff from that. Then, stuff that's more recent is Tales of...
Berseria?
I was thinking Zestiria to start with, since it was the first one on the PS4, but then also Bisteria. It's just kind of a case of so many RPGs that I like the series for because of Symphony and Symphonia and Abyss, but yeah, they're RPGs and I do not go through those things very quickly.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so my next one, I gotta think for a minute on what it would be. Oh, okay. So I'm not typically a fan of like first-person shooters. It's a genre that I don't really care for.
Nah.
However, there is one series that I quite enjoy, and that is Fallout.
That is a RPG mostly.
It's a heavily first-person shooter as well, though.
Well,
Ish.
from
3 on.
Sir Sean.
I haven't finished Fallout 3.
That's understandable. I haven't either.
Fair enough. I haven't started
I
that
got distracted by just like going off and doing random shit.
Which I think you can kind of do within that game.
Just a little bit. Justin, you have another?
I probably certainly do. Okay, I don't think there's any Sonic game I haven't finished, except for the shitty ones.
Sir, you finished Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yes.
That is one of the shitty ones.
That is one of the shitty ones, but I haven't played the shittiest.
I don't even know which of the shittiest would be.
I don't know. Probably Sonic Boom for the Wii U or something.
One of those. The one that instantly came to my mind was like the boxing one or the racing one that they had back in the day.
Okay, so another one is Valkyria Chronicles. I started playing through this one. It's basically like a third-person strategy shooter type game where you're basically controlling multiple characters to fight a war of sorts. You can control tanks and move them on the battlefield, and it's an interesting kind of take on like the strategy genre.
No.
Okay, Dave?
I just sort of realized one particular one. Aside from hanging out with you guys, I play some games with some other people, and one particular game that I play was The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes.
Right, that one.
Where I played through pretty much almost the entire quest with a couple of friends of mine, except for the final couple of levels to the final boss.
Oh boy.
And I still haven't seen the final boss of that particular game, and it's just kind of like, God, I need to hang out with my friends at some particular point to finish that up, and just to hang out with them, see what they're up to.
Geez, I can bring my 3DS over and we can play through it or something, I don't know.
Also, we could force Paul through it, right from the start.
No.
I think that would kill him, but
Anyway,
even with the ridiculous costumes?
I have one that might like break the internet.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Technically it's 2 games, but I'm going to combine it into one entry.
Okay.
So we're going to have to go back to the NES.
Okay.
Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Bros. 3. Never finished them.
I can understand the first one because it is a little difficult and clunky in some aspects, even though it was basically what defined itself. But 3, it is a little hard in the later levels, but it should be one to finish at least.
Never done it.
Finish it
I've
within
made it to the
15
last
minutes.
world, but I don't think I've ever actually completed the game.
You've...
Because it didn't have save states.
Now that's
Which
true,
was like the biggest reason I never finished
Because
the
you can't save.
And I'm not somebody who can sit there and play for 8 hours straight or whatever.
Nah.
Like, 2 hours is my limit.
Dude, you can complete the game within like 4 hours.
Yeah, that's a lot longer than 2 hours, Justin.
Well,
or something. I don't know.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, and my apologies for supposedly one-upping you, but I'm within your same boat, but I have not even made it to the final world within Super Mario Bros. 3. The closest that I think I've made it was about 6. And that was just with the warp flute.
Oh yeah, I used the warp flute to get...
But, I mean, I've seen every, like, world and level and actually played through the entirety of the game at some point.
Okay, Justin, do you have another? 'Cause I've got a few more.
Oh, I've
got a few more internet-breaking ones.
Like the one particular one that comes to mind, but I'm not sure. You'd have to confirm it.
Actually, before I go through this list, I've been playing through the Mega Man series like several years ago. I stopped at 8 at a specific point. Like that one was for the PlayStation. I made it through all the different Robot Masters until getting to the Wily levels. You probably know where this is going. Maybe not. The jump, slide sections are just stupid.
Duly noted.
I kind of stopped at that point, I think, and just said no. But I did go through 9. I didn't finish 10 either.
Okay, so Dave, you have another?
No, I think as it is, there aren't any other particular ones that I specifically kind of regret not finishing. It's just kind of a case of I need to buckle down and kind of work on them to actually get through them. Be like, okay, here's the thing, get to the end. Do it now. Don't get distracted. Ooh, shiny thing.
Okay, so then you had one you think I've never completed. What are you thinking?
One of the Zeldas,
We're going into my next entry.
which is...
Ocarina of Time?
All of the Zelda games.
Oh, never mind.
I have never completed a Legend of Zelda game.
Okay, do.
That includes the original,
Well,
No,
that's
pretty much
fine.
all of them.
Ocarina, every one of them.
Even the CDI ones, which is a blessing.
I can say the only Zelda games I have not finished are the ones on the DS.
Ah, yeah, that's understandable.
I have not played through Phantom Hourglass or Spirit Tracks. We don't count the CDI games.
Well, let's see.
Technically, they do exist, though, Justin.
They exist, but no.
Well, let's see.
But now you can't ever say you've completed all the Zelda games.
Going through my particular history of Zelda, the first one that I ever specifically completed was one on the Game Boy Color Oracle of Seasons.
That's a surprise, because that one is bullshit in terms of, like, the puzzle-solving elements.
Well, there's not really that many puzzle-solving elements. It's more for the action, the specific set pieces. Ages was more for the puzzles.
Okay, I was getting those confused, but
Nah.
they're both difficult in their own way.
Nah. But then Ocarina of Time finished, then Majora's Mask. No, Majora's Mask with the first one. Didn't finish the one on the 3DS that was remade. Then Wind Waker, and then Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword, Breath of the Wild, technically several times. I think it's mostly the couple of older ones. The very first one, the second one.
Did you play through Link to the Past?
I don't think I specifically made it to the end of that one. I did make it to the end of
Alright.
Between Worlds.
Alright.
Okay, Justin, do you have another?
Sure, I do. Have you ever heard of the East series? Well, probably not, but I played through some of the games and I didn't finish Oath and Felgana yet. But I did
No
go
idea what
through-
you're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't think so. It's kind of a lesser known RPG series that's kind of an action RPG type of game.
Okay,
Similar to like Zelda.
so I have one more.
Is it supposedly going to break the internet a third time?
I don't think so. But maybe a little bit? And again, it's going to be 2 games that I'm going to put into one.
No.
Because
Okay.
one's a spiritual sequel to the other. GoldenEye and Perfect Dark.
Okay, I haven't finished GoldenEye
yeah,
either
no.
or Perfect Dark.
No.
So, fair enough.
Yeah.
Actually, I
But,
did
yes.
play through most of GoldenEye, I just never finished it.
I remember watching a whole bunch of GoldenEye, but N64 and shooter controls, I was not a fan at my age.
I'm not a fan of shooters on consoles, period.
Mm.
But I did try I played GoldenEye. Mostly the multiplayer, though.
Yeah.
Justin, do you have one more?
I had it on my mind, but... Oh, yeah, right. I played through most of Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn for the Wii.
Oh.
That game
Oh.
is evil in terms of difficulty, and it turns me from playing the game mostly because of that.
Just a quick question. Did you fall into the trap that was put into the game?
Normal difficulty?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, so normal difficulty is hard as balls still. So
Where easy is the typical difficulty
yeah,
from how they translated it.
basically, it's complete bullshit.
I never completed Fire Emblem on the GBA.
Fair enough, I haven't either. That's another one. It's like I get so late in the game and then I stopped. Shit. The only games in the franchise I've actually finished was Awakening and Path of Radiance.
Nah, just Path of Radiance in my case. Again, I mostly kind of forgot about Radiant Dawn for the most part, and then had most of the other Fire Emblem games, started Awakening, but just kind of fell to the wayside.
Basically, yeah.
Meh.
But yeah, it's been a long time since I put that in to try it.
So I think that's going to be it.
Yeah, I think that's all I'll list off for now.
I
There's
think we
probably
destroyed
more.
the internet enough times today.
I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
And Justin.
And I've still never played Metroid Prime.